guys know me, plant enthusiast. I'm making this video as my first plant tour, give you a little bit of info about me and my journey. This started about 5 years ago. I started with a peace lily and a snake plant. 5 years later, I was able to get 6 plants from each, and I've been completely obsessed ever since. So let's get right into it. 2 out of the 4 of my peace lilies to begin from the basis of that 5-year-old peace lily. I based this guy as kind of the original flower. She's the only one that is left to flower so far. The other ones are getting adjusted to their pots, as well as this one. Got some sticky traps, you know, gnat problems, things like that. I'll show you the other 2. So these are the other 2 peace lilies. Peace lilies are also known as spatuliflin. Forgive me if I said that wrong. This one is the baby. She's got some new fresh leaves coming up, so I'm pretty proud of that growth. Unfortunately, what we got going on right here with this one, I'm not sure what's quite happening to her. She's just been wilting. I've repotted her a couple times. There's no root rot. Soaked her in the hydrogen peroxide. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm trying to bring her back to life. A little bit of care about these peace lilies, just so you know, is they predominantly love direct or indirect light. They thrive here in the indirect light. I noticed when I had direct light, some of the leaves began to burn just a little bit, sunburn. She likes moderate amount of water. I usually water her about once a day, give or take. Basically, the soil doesn't need to be super wet. Definitely not super wet. We'll move on to the next. Awesome. So next up is my snake plants, 2 out of the 4, also known as Dracaena trifasciata. These are the last 2 of my 5-year-old snake plant. I was able to sell most of my plants. It was awesome to be able to share that. I can include some pictures around of what they used to look like. This is the little baby. She's got her own little watermelon pot. Second little baby. She's doing okay. She's got a couple damaged leaves. You know, plant parenting isn't always perfect. So next up, we got the big 2. These 2 are plants from my mom's snake plant. Hers is 3 years old in comparison to mine. This one is the tallest one. She goes about maybe 2 inches down from the exact very bottom. I had to put her that far down to even be able to keep her from leaning over and draping everywhere. Don't mind my puppy down here. Here's the next one that I got. We had 3 plants in total from her initial snake plant, but she wanted to keep the biggest one, and I was fine with that because she was nice enough to give me hers. Awesome. So what's next? Awesome, guys. So these are my Monstera deliciosas. They are all pretty much babies, I would say, just because no leaves has split yet. Nothing is good enough to be basically their own. So what I did is I initially got this one on Etsy. She is absolutely beautiful, mint condition. She came perfectly. I repotted her and I added this stick just because she leans like at least 3 or 4 inches that way, probably due to transportation, things like that. But I'm so proud. I love her so much. I was waiting on this plant like it was a wish list plant. So next one. So basically, this next one was in completely rough shape. I found her at Walmart a couple days ago. Something that's going on with Walmart right now where we live is they're closing out kind of all their garden things. So everything was like not in very good shape. So this was the base plant. When I first got it, it was rough looking. I can show you that in just a second. She was definitely pretty rough. So what I ended up doing today was I repotted her. The reason why she's pretty rough, she's got some split leaves. I don't know if I can really save that. It's pretty damaged. That's all right. I'm just gonna let her keep going. I'm kind of gonna just leave her alone, give her a moderate amount of soil, not too much, just because I just didn't want, I wasn't sure how well the roots were gonna be bound down there, because she was just in rough shape. So from there, I was able to get a little baby off her. Oh my gosh, she is just so cute. I am like in awe of this one. It's so cute. And then next up, this last one. So this was the roughest part. This one was completely connected to that bigger one. Not completely. I was able to unravel the roots over time. But she is in the roughest shape. But I have the most confidence for her only because of that new leaf. She's really pretty, so I'm hoping she's still growing. I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe some advice in the comments, you know. Just some help, because I am a new plant mom. I did get the peace lily and the snake plant 5 years ago, and then cut off all buying plants up until quarantine, just because I just knew and how enthusiastic I was going to be, and it's just blossomed into then. So next up is blue lupine or sundial lupine. This specific plant is also a Walmart find that I found. She was in extremely rough shape. Like I wouldn't even be able to describe it without showing this video to you guys. So yeah, rough shape, right? So what I've tried to do is I am trying to basically bring her to life. I'm really hoping for the best. I kind of just found her, she was one of the roughest plants that I felt like, she was pretty. I didn't know that she even produced flowers. I actually had to do the research after the fact, after I bought her, got her for about $2. I separated her just because the roots were so entangled. I just felt like it might have been best. New plant owner, still don't know. Let me know. So basically, this one is best in full sun. I didn't know that it was mainly an outdoor plant, so I've been growing her indoors, so that might be a possibility why she's not doing terribly. She definitely looks way better than when I got her, so let me know what progress I can do on that one, per se. She is the newest plant that I have, little to no knowledge. Also, we are in a time of summer out here in Colorado, and it's been pretty hot, and as I read, they hate heat. These perennials hate heat. So as far as I was going to try to get them back to life, I was keeping them inside. Let me know if I should put them outside. Awesome. So next is my spider plant, or a Chlorophyton comosum. This one I got not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. I just recently replanted her just because I wanted to give her a bigger space to spread out. This is an air purifying plant. Also, just as I didn't mention, peace lilies and snake plants are as well. This one, I just replanted her and I was able to get this little baby, so I'm really excited to see that start growing as well. They're both little babies, to be honest. This is also a known perennial. Not really known. I actually didn't really know that it was a perennial as well, just like that last one I showed you guys. So yeah, this one's really cool. I love the little leaves. She did have some damage because of, I did buy this plant online, but it got here really quick. Super beautiful. She stretches out really well. I cannot wait to see her start growing. So next up is my 2 Alocasia poly, or African mask plant. This one was definitely my favorite, especially how she looks. She's beautiful, gorgeous, completely gorgeous. The one thing that I ran into with her was I repotted her the other day because she basically had a gnat infestation. It was disgusting. I was wondering where all my gnats were coming from, and she had a mossy surface on her initial pot, so I wasn't digging too deep. I was only kind of poking my fingers in the soil to check, because she needs moderately dry soil. It's not a plant that likes to sit in too much water. So I was able to repot her, and I found out that she had a baby. And this one is actually possibly like the grandfather leaf. She's the biggest leaf. Absolutely beautiful. I'm probably gonna have to cut a couple leaves off of this one because she's beginning to kind of, you know, lean over a little bit. Or I was thinking about the possibility of maybe tying her a little bit to increase strength, but I've never done that with an Alocasia. This is my first one, So maybe some advice, let me know if that's something you've tried, or is that just what happens to the leaves? I've noticed she grows leaves daily, dude, like crazy. I've heard stories about people who have a lot of trouble with growing this plant, but I'm doing quite well. She was actually thriving with all those nasty little gnats in her, so I'm impressed. So far, probably gonna have to make a part 2 of this video, only because I don't want to bore you guys all my talking. Let me know if you want to keep hearing about it. Give me some advice. Let me know your guys' favorite plants so far. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much.